Ah! Oh boy. Oh my gosh. It is such a crazy feeling to hold this right now. Do you guys look inside there? Now, before I begin this video, just a quick word of disclosure. I am a beekeeping novice. I generally don't know what I'm doing. This is my first year ever having bees. And so all the things I do, you shouldn't try to follow. There's plenty of other great beekeepers on YouTube that you should be paying attention to. Don't listen to me, because this could end very, very badly.
One go tree climbing Tom straight. And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses.
So earlier this spring, I installed 2 colonies of bees on our farm. I've been watching them carefully. They've been thriving, they've been growing. But today I'm actually gonna go inside and really check out and see how things are doing here on our beehives. I also need to add 2 more, I think they're called supers, so 2 more boxes on top of the beehives to allow for additional growth of the colony, and so they don't get frustrated and decide to move away. You can see it's buzzing with activity today. Bees are absolutely everywhere. I will admit, you know, I was so nervous at the beginning of the year and like pretty much petrified of bees. At this point, I'm a lot less scared. Like, I'm okay to stand by here, but not necessarily okay to do a regular weed whacking around the beehives. I actually thought our geese would do a better job of tending the grass around here, but I think they're kind of as timid of the bees as I am. And so, as you can see, they've stayed pretty clear and a little overgrown, but not too bad. So again, to be very, very clear, the mission in this video today is to get in there, check on the health of the bees, make sure I don't have something like varroa mites. And if everything looks okay, what I'm gonna do is install more frames and more supers. I last checked on them about 2.5 weeks ago. Things were looking pretty good. I didn't look really closely in there. They were definitely seeming like they needed to have the extra frames, and so I'm maybe a little bit tardy in adding them. You see here on our farm, we just get really busy in the summer, and these guys are kind of low maintenance. But that said, I'm ready to get to work today and check on my bees and add some new frames and some new supers and hopefully not get stung. So let's get suited up. Okay, there we go. That's much better. The other thing that a lot of you viewers who've seen our previous beekeeping video said to me was, I really needed to get a smoker. Smoking! And so I acquired one of these bad boys to help me in my mission today. Now, folks not familiar with beekeeping might be wondering, what does a smoker actually do? And there's actually 2 schools of thought as to what the smoker actually does. Some folks will say that the smoker and the smoke actually masks the pheromones that the queen will put out. So the queen will put out these pheromones or smells saying,
"Hey guys, the bee colony's in danger! Attack, attack, attack!"
And so by putting out the smoke, the smoke will mask the pheromones that the queen puts out, and the bees will be more docile. The other school of thought will say that the smoke will actually signal danger to the bees, and that the bees decide to gorge themselves on honey to be able to survive and endure whatever sort of awfulness is gonna come. I'm really too much of a newbie to know which situation this actually creates, but I do have the good sense to know that whatever it is, it will help me. So it's time for a little fire right here.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Get that in there. Careful not to burn myself or set a forest fire here. Now, based on the videos I saw on the internet and what I've read, I need to add some of this stuff in here as well. Get it going. There we go. Smoky. I'll give that a second to smolder before I close it off.
Here comes the smolder.
And actually, while I wait, do you want to draw your attention to what's going on here in the pond? Hopefully you guys can see we got our teenage goslings who are just in there for a swim. And it looks like the ducks have come in to take it over, take their turn in the pool. And if you look really closely, you can see our ducklings are growing up really, really well. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering and worried about our runner ducks. Well, I will check in with them before the end of this video. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Okay, I can't let my ADHD get the best of me. That's looking pretty good. Let me just top it off with some of this wool stuff here. Now let's Close it up. Ow! That was stupid. That was so stupid.
Careful not to burn myself.
Yeah, always remember the bottom of this thing is wicked hot because there's a fire inside of it. And you might be saying, how could somebody be so stupid as to not think that? Well, you guys just saw an example of how you can be that stupid. Yeah, let me get in here and start smoking. Hey, bees. Now let me smoke out the second colony. Now it's time to take the rocks off. Now let's pick up the roof. Oh boy. Gonna need my hive tool. I think I've gotten to these bees a little too late. Oh dear. I think I screwed this up. Oh boy. Whoa. So what I should have done was had more frames in here, but I really screwed that one up, as you guys can see. I don't know if there's much I can do about this. Try to pull some of the comb off and put a new thing on there. The comb itself smells beautiful. Oh man, I'm sorry bees, I didn't mean to kill you. Yeah, let me try to get this in here. Getting this stuff off because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to close up the top if I don't. When I did this last time, they hadn't gone this far, but that was a couple weeks ago, and it's been good bee weather, I guess. Okay, seems like they're settling in on top here. See if I can get the roof back on. I'm sorry, guys. You back up. Okay, that was pretty exciting, even though I think I got honey on the camera. Now let's give it a shot to do the second one. I don't know if you guys can see this with the camera, but they're all like grabbing pollen and stuff. They're like, crisis, crisis, crisis. See? Uh-oh. So if I'm looking in here, I actually see a colony of, you know, earwigs running around here. You guys see this? Get out of there, earwigs. I don't know if they're harmful or not, but there's definitely a lot of earwigs on the top of this. Try to get the top off this one. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh man. I'm sorry guys. Whoa. Oh dear. I'm just gonna pick this comb up, I think. That's the only thing I can do. Whoa. It is such a crazy feeling to hold this right now. You guys look inside there? That is insane. And just look at it, it's just teeming with bees. This over here near my pile, I've made them very angry. Clearly I've made them very angry. Working with the bees is such a great feeling to me. I really do enjoy it. I know as I watch this video and edit it together, I can just see I'm making so many mistakes. Squishing bees accidentally as I put them in. The fact that I forgot to put those frames in the middle supers. You know, there's a lot of things I'm just not doing right. But even through this process of working here this year with these bees, I feel like I'm learning a lot. And so I know year one of my beekeeping is gonna be mediocre at best, but I'm gonna build on those skills and keep trying to get better. Again, I know I talk about this in a lot of videos, but that's so much of what farming actually is. Learning through mistakes, learning through doing. You're not gonna be perfect, you're not gonna be the best you can possibly be. But the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I know probably 2-3 years from now, I'm gonna be a solid beekeeper, even though I'm kind of miserable when you watch me right now. Now I'll put this rack back on. I think I'm gonna give this whole situation a couple minutes to settle. All right, good luck filling up the rest of those frames, guys. Well, I guess overall that went pretty well. I definitely took probably 2, maybe 3 weeks too long to actually add that additional frame on top of everything. But overall, the beehive was looking really, really good. So I'm pretty pleased with what I saw in there. A ton of bees, a ton of production, a ton of activity. I didn't see any dead bees or signs like there might be mites or anything. I was definitely clumsier than I would have liked. I probably killed more bees myself than I would have liked. Easily probably 100 bees died making this video. But at least as most of my bee mentors are telling me, I'm doing okay here. I'm gonna take that extra honeycomb that was kind of all over the place. I'll probably bring it inside and in the next day or two strain it all and get as much honey as I possibly can out of it. Once that's done, I might try to find some use for the wax. Maybe I'll make a scented candle.
Buddy, you're softer than a Tootsie Roll fruit cup.
I will admit I'm a little bit worried about my ability to keep them alive in the winter. Most of the folks around here really struggle to keep their hives going. Depending on how things look later this fall, I will either give it a shot and try to do my best to insulate the hive and keep them alive throughout the winter, or I just might let them die off because that's just what happens around here. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on that one down below in the comment section. And for those of you wondering how the runner ducks were doing, you know, especially after I had that scare with that one runner duck that died last video, well, they're actually not looking that bad. I got them all here, all remaining 8 of them, I guess now. Overall, they look good. There's like 2 fawn ones and maybe even the chocolate one that are looking smaller. The blue ones or the gray ones that you see in the middle there, they're definitely looking the healthiest. So I think the crisis might be averted. I'm not gonna risk anything and I'm gonna keep them quarantined from the rest of my flocks for, gosh, at least another week or 2 until I can be 100% positive that they're not carrying some sort of sickness. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this bee update. I will be back again real soon with another video, but until then, I think I gotta actually go in and clean my camera because it's all sticky from the honey from that whole exercise. But it definitely tastes pretty darn good.